implement what they have learned in class into practice and have a better understanding of the business world.
ATS team from University of Venda in South Africa.
Implement what they have learned in class into practice and have a better understanding of the business world.
ATS team from University of Venda in South Africa.
Right. Good day, everyone. Welcome to the introduction to the Huawei ICT Competition 2024-2025 Southern Africa. You will be joined today by Ms. Nrotando from Huawei ICT Academy, talent manager, and she will just give you an introduction to what the Huawei competition is about, and also give you more information. Right. Thank you. All right. Good day, Ms. Nolutando. If you can hear me, so we can start with the introduction to the competition. All right. I'll just pull on the first slide to give introduction to the ICT competition, and then Ms. Nolutando can lead the way. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for everyone who has joined. My name is Nolutando. I'm a talent manager here at Huawei. So I'm here to talk to you guys about the Huawei ICT competition. So what the Huawei ICT competition is a global skills program, basically competition, whereby you get challenged, you get an opportunity to showcase your your ICT skills basically in a competition. So this competition has 4 stages. We have the preliminary stage, the national finals, we have the regional finals as well as the global finals. We also have different tracks within this competition. So the first two stages, which is the preliminary stage as well as the national finals, are taking place now at the moment. Thank you so much, Mr. Hendricks, for that. So yeah, what Mr. Hendricks is displaying now is the different tracks that we have in the competition. We have the network track, which basically focuses on ICT technologies. We then have the cloud track, which focuses on cloud computing technologies. We have the computing track. This is more of your programmers, people who program. This is more of your stream software engineers. This is where they would best perform. We then have the AI track, which is self-explanatory. It's based off AI, as well as the mobile app programming track. So what makes the AI track and the mobile app programming track different from the first three tracks that I mentioned is that the AI track and mobile app programming track are specifically for people creating a project. So in this track you are in a team of three, and these three people are then creating a project based off AI technology or a mobile app. And this particular program would basically have to showcase how your technology, how your solution can improve your community. With that being said, we have the first three tracks are based off exams. It's a series of 4 exams in total. The first two will be written this year, and the last two will be written next year. Yeah. And then moving on, we can move on to our awarding. So our awards will be decided by, will be determined when you register. That's when you'll know the award. But there are gadgets, awesome gadgets to win throughout the competition. But the main prize would be a free trip to China. You'll get to travel to China next year in May. That's when the global finals take place. That's when the trip will also take place. And then here at the bottom, we have 3 QR codes or 3 links at the bottom, which is basically meant for our registration process. So if anyone is interested to register for the competition, depending on the track you'd like to register for, here are the links. We have the practice competition track, which is based off the 3 exams I mentioned, the network track, cloud track, as well as the computing track. We have the innovation track, which would has the AI track and mobile app programming track, which are focused on submitting a project. And then we have the instructor track. I won't go much into detail for it, as the group I'm addressing now is targeted at students. Thank you so much, sir. So what you're looking at now is a brief overview basically of what the ICT competition is. I mentioned that we have 3 different tracks: practice, programming, as well as the innovation track for you students. So depending on what you like in ICT, if you prefer studying practice track, the practice competition would be more suitable for you. If you are more of an innovative student, you like taking the knowledge you already have and applying it into real life solutions, then the innovation competition would be more suitable for you. Thank you so much. I did mention that we have 3 levels. So the levels will here showcases the level of difficulty on each level. We have our HCIA level, HCIP level, as well as the HCIE, which is the global finals. But no need to worry, as soon as you make it through the national finals, you will be working with a mentor who will be assisting you study, you know. Yeah, thank you so much. That's all the information I have to share for now in regards to the Huawei ICT competition.
Right. Now, thank you for that, Nolutando. I think, yeah, this is just an introduction to what the competition entails also. And then like this is just a short showcase just to give you guys feedback on the competition. So the next video I'll play will just be basically just give you feedback on how the 2023-2024 competition transpired and what it entails, just to give you guys an insight into what it is. And then lastly, I'll play two small videos and just give you feedback on two innovative projects that some students did from other countries, but also just to inspire you, as students to also, go for that and try to get into the innovation tracks. So I'll play the video now of the feedback on the competition. Thank you.
Huawei ICT Competition
I see the future.
Huawei ICT การแข่งขันสู่โลกอนาคต
Huawei ICT Competition.
I see the future
I see the future.
I see the future.
Right. So that was just introduction just to give you feedback on the competition. And then I think next I'll just play two small videos, which basically just give you feedback on two innovative approaches that some students did, and also just to give you feedback on that. Thank you.
Car emissions, traveling, that has a big impact on the carbon footprint. And we thought, okay, let's try and reduce the amount of car usage and private vehicle usage as much as we can, more public transport, and try and reduce each person's carbon footprint as much as possible over time.
So tell us how the product actually works. First of all, is it an app or is it a physical product? And what do people get out of using it?
Well, it's both. It has an app where the users can see all the information, such as their car registration, the amount of petrol it burns per kilometer, how much carbon emissions they're generating during their travels, all of this. And then there's a physical board that is in the car itself. It'll track GPS and also the carbon emissions sensor. So it will actually give you accurate readings of what carbon emissions you've generated with your journey. And you will enter your location and your destination as like a normal map app. And it'll give you options for different routes, different modes of transport, just to make sure that you can reduce the emissions as much as possible. And with this you get carbon points, as we call it, and these can be used as a part of a reward system, and users can use this on stuff like Amazon gift cards, on other gift cards.
Now, talk us through the feeling when you learnt that you'd won the contest, because obviously it wasn't something you'd been planning on for a while. You were asked last minute to take part, and now you've taken home first prize. So how did that feel?
Well, at the time, Jason was busy because he was working, and it was just myself and Ali on call. I was already back home in Jib, and we were watching the live stream because it was streaming in China. And my family was behind me. Ali's family was in the room next door watching. So as soon as we knew we won, it was just loud noise. We were just screaming, very happy, because we did it alongside our final year as well, so it was a lot of pressure. But to know that we did well in our degree as well as winning this competition, it meant a lot to us.
Now, you've just finished your undergraduate degree at Reading. What are your plans going forward, and your plans for the app and product?
Well, I'm starting my master's degree in about a month. I'm going to be switching from computer science to a business-based degree, and I'm hoping that I can combine the knowledge of the two degrees to push the product forward, maybe create a company with it, or even find investors and try and build up on what we have right now as much as possible. Car emissions, traveling.
Right. So yeah, that was also just one student who created an app. And I think the last video I'll play before I jump back to the presentation, it's just an innovation project done by other students also.
Millions of small-scale farmers in Nigeria struggle with crop diseases, leading to low yields, food insecurity, and poverty. Plant health and crop improvement has been identified as essential factor that can foster the realization of food security in Nigeria. Tomato farmers in Nigeria between 2016 and 2023 lost several billions of naira due to disease known as total absolute. According to the National Agricultural Extension and Research License Service (NAERLS), Nigerian farmers experienced approximately 80% crop loss in 2022 due to pests and diseases. Traditional method of disease detection often rely on grasswork and broad-spectrum pesticide, causing environmental damages and ineffective disease control. We are Hadiza, Sufyan, Abdulkader with our instructor, Dr. Zahardin. Reducing crop loss due to pest disease through improved control strategies is a good first step toward attaining the target of Nigerian government food self-sufficiency. In the heart of agricultural landscape, where the lives of countless farmers depends on the health of their crops, a groundbreaking innovation has taken root, a device that seamlessly merges cutting-edge technology with user-friendly design has emerged to reform the way farmers combat crop disease and share vital knowledge within their community. Crop Disease Detector is a device designed to empower farmers with advanced technology for crop disease identification and management. This device composes of a Raspberry Pi, Huawei LightOS, a user-friendly touch interface, and a camera. Employs cutting-edge image recognition technology powered by Huawei Mindspur. The innovators behind this device employs LoRa, long-range communication, allowing the device to connect to a LoRa gateway situated in an area with internet access. This groundbreaking solution transcends geographical barrier, enabling device to communicate over vast distances up to tens of kilometers. It not only identifies crop diseases but also fosters a sense of community, where collective knowledge becomes a shield against agricultural challenges. Early and accurate disease identification, minimizing crop losses and increasing yields, contributing to SDG 2. As food flourishes under the watchful gaze of this device, it heralds a new era where technology is not just a tool but a companion in the age-old journey of farming.
Kullum makirkira da masu fasaha ci gaba suke kawo ma duniya ba baya ba.
Right, so yeah, that was just two videos on innovations. The second one was using a Raspberry Pi and some AI minds for connections with LoRa wireless LAN. So those are just type of innovation projects you can do. Now, getting back to the presentation, I think the schedule I think is what Nolitanda wanted to mention earlier, and I'll just at the bottom just give you some feedback on that as Nolitanda explains the schedule. Thank you. So I think at the bottom you'll see on the banner. So the registration, the first one starts the 10th September till the 30th of October, and then as explained previously, the first stage will be in October till November, and then you have the national stage final, which is a stage 2, which will be, if I'm not corrected, in December, and then the regional stage would be the following year in February, which then leads to the global final in stage 4. Now, the practice competition has a certain form, a format, and so that is the format based on how the practice competition is outlined, which you'll have a theory exam, And then your national, you would also have an online and offline theory exam. And then the regional would be, if I'm not mistaken, would be a theory exam online and as well as a lab exam, where you would then go into the global final and then do a lab exam, which is more or less about 8 hours long. And so the rules, as we mentioned earlier, is that if you've competed before in the competition, you have to choose a different track. If it's the first time, you choose one track only of the practice competition, and you cannot attend the innovation one and vice versa. So those are just the competition rules for the Huawei competition. As I mentioned, the second exam will be open, 1 week in December, which we call the national stage, and then the third exam then will take place in February 2025, which is the regional stage. Normally, that would be students would travel to a certain, Southern African country where we have the stage happening, and they will then compete. And then the final stage would then be in May, where they will now complete in the global finals and then travel to China to participate. And that will be if they reach or the team reach the final, they would go to China and represent the country. Right. So that is more or less what I wanted to cover today with regards to the competition. And as we said, this week the competition launches the 9th annual ICT competition. And CPUT will have two upcoming road shows where we would have one on the Belleville campus, CPUT, as well as on the District 6 campus. And that will be, we will invite students to register for these respective competitions. And I think that would be it from me for today. Nolatanda, do you have any last something to say last minute? Thank you.
No, thank you so much. I think you've covered all the content, and yeah, we're looking forward to having this road show when we are coming there to Cape Town towards the end of this month. So yeah, all the best.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I'll end the session soon, but I'll just play a last video on the ICT Academy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Students can implement what they have learned in class into practice and have a better understanding of the business world.
ATS team from University of Venda in South Africa.
Right. So thank you everyone for joining. I've seen that we've got messages in the chat, and I think we did answer those messages. And yeah, thank you everybody for attending. I will end the stream soon. Thank you.